Just a little bit of a friendly reminder to the few people out there that still think that it's a good idea to fuck with me. You and your friends and family are all completely reachable, and you don't want to be the straw that breaks this camel's back. I promise. Anywhere, anytime.
It's just that simple.
All right, so it is Tuesday evening, and we are going to go ahead and wrap this episode up because I am a bit cranky, and I want to get this done. Why am I cranky? Well, I had to wake up extremely early this morning to have this done. Yes, for some reason, my motorcycle accident still has residual effects on my body, and my toe is definitely one of them. I broke my toe in that accident, and the nail got all fucked up, but then it fell off, and it grew back normal, and then like another month went by, and it just decided to grow all weird and get infected, and it has been a pain in my ass, or should I say in my foot, for the last month or so, and it got so bad that I had to go get it pretty much cut out and dug out and all that good stuff. But we're in the sanctuary right now. I want to go ahead and kind of go over everything that we have started in this episode. We definitely didn't get most of it finished. And, you know, that's annoying to me, but I would say that everything that I'm about to cover will be finished in the next episode. So, as you can see, we got rid of a lot of boxes. We emptied a lot of boxes. I obviously have to take those out and throw them away, but because we got shelves up, I was able to empty a lot of the boxes that were sitting around, and Box Mountain is getting smaller and smaller. At the beginning of this episode, this was like 2 or 3 boxes high, and it was this whole area, and we got it down to just that right now. So the fallen shoe boxes all went into storage. A lot of the boxes got emptied and put up on the shelves. I still haven't finished putting all of these up. So for instance, we've got a couple random oddballs here that still need to go up on that shelf there. But yeah, I guess we can head over to the wall and I'll kind of explain what I've got going on because I did some rearranging. So I took all of my unconverted pieces, my unconverted originals, and stuck them up there on this top shelf. I'll explain why here shortly. And I replaced that section with some of my modern day replicas. So these are Slipknot mask replicas that are based on what the masks look like in the present day. So for instance, Craig's self-titled helmet. The last time we saw it, it looked like that. So I have a nice replica of Craig's modern day self-titled helmet, so on and so forth. Then we've got the concept area. This is masks that don't actually exist, but have kind of become like a staple in the Slipknot fandom. For instance, Corey wore a mask that looked just like that, All Hope Is Gone, on the cover of a Metal Hammer magazine, but all of the scratches and scuffs and cuts were actually photoshopped onto the mask. It just looked really, really real. So this is my concept piece area. That brings us down to our prototype area. These are all masks that were made for Slipknot, but were not used. They're various prototypes. So we got some SMG prototypes here. We got a couple later years prototype Jims right there. We've got a proto Joey that was never used. It was just kind of seen backstage with some of Joey's other masks. And that is it for the new areas on the bottom shelf. Obviously, I still need more mannequin heads. A lot of these pieces are just laying flat because I absolutely ran out of mannequin heads. And I mean, I can't even find other masks to take the heads out of so that I can get these areas done. So on the next episode, all of these areas will be finished. And by finished, I mean they will have all of the masks that I currently have for these sections displayed the right way, put on mannequin heads, displayed the way that they're supposed to be. Now, obviously, we also did the oddball section in today's episode, and that is all of my oddballs that I can think of, except for those random ones over there, which we will obviously get up in the future. I still need to paint that little section of shelf right there, and I need to have Doug run another piece right there. I told him that I wanted that to still be shelved in, even though I wouldn't be able to stick masks there. I just think that it would look better, and I think that there was just like some sort of misunderstanding, or maybe he just didn't get around to it and then we forgot. So I definitely still want to put a shelf right there, even though I won't be able to display any masks there. I just feel like it will make everything look a little more clean and uniform and maybe not so thrown together. And then over here on this wall, we've got a pretty special section, and it's a section that I love, but that I'm having a little bit of trouble kind of wrapping my head around. And the reason for that is all of these masks are like special masks. They are like real mold, unused, real mold, vintage, mass-produced pieces. I got that from the costume shop that Slipknot got all of their masks from back in the day when I visited Des Moines last year. We've got some real .5 clowns. One of them is even stage used. And the reason that I'm having trouble like kind of grasping this area or accepting it is because the idea with this table over here was always to have stage used / real mold, whatever pieces. And I just don't have enough stage used pieces to fill the entire table. So then we end up with real mold pieces like these gas masks that come from the real artist, or these two pieces right here, which you can't see. I don't know why I tried to show you that from that side. That was dumb. Anyways, real mold, We Are Not Your Kind, Corey, real mold, volume 3, Jim, and then just, I mean, other various music video used, whatever pieces, you know? And I would never be able to fit all of these on this table, and I would never be able to take all of the pieces that are on this and get them onto those shelves with those guys. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with it. And I just have been walking in here with like a blank slate every single day to kind of figure out where I want to go with it. I mean, for right now, it's fine, and I will figure it out in the future. I've only been in the church for, what, a month and a half maybe. So there are definitely going to be things that still need some figuring out, and this is one of them. And then up top, we've got my real, original, vintage, mass-produced, unconverted pieces. I guess the best way to put that is original, unconverted pieces. So everything up there is legit, and it is untouched. And I definitely have always wanted to dedicate a section to that. I'll probably go in there and rearrange those at some point and at least get them in order of member. So I'll probably end up going like maybe backwards, 0, 1, 2, 3, like all the way down to Corey at number 8. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I do really enjoy seeing all of these masks together finally. I was never really able to fit them all on one shelf at the last building, and I really, really like the way that they all look together. It just kind of, if you didn't have like the context of Slipknot, you would just think that this is like a weird vintage Halloween mask section at a store, especially with that cool ass window over there. What are we talking about? Man, I love that shit. What else? I'm trying to make sure that I hit the nail on the head with everything here, and I just want to, oh, so there's this banner. This is the classic people equal shit banner that's always hung in my collection. I want to put it right here, and I actually went to do that today. That's why that's out. And the drill was dead, so I charged the drill battery, and as soon as I took it off of the battery charger, it was still dead. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to figure something out, but I want to hang it in front of the Tattoo the Earth busts right there. I think that'll look really cool, so that'll be done in the next episode. Hopefully, I can start emptying these out in the next episode. This is a pain in the ass. I really, really like reducing, reusing, and recycling, so it's always been important to me to not throw my bottles away and just throw them in the trash. I like to use these as mask stands. They're cheap, they're effective, they're easy, and it cuts down on waste, which, believe it or not, I'm not a horrible person. I do actually kind of care about stuff like that. But now they're just kind of being a pain in the ass. So I might have to recycle all these in another fashion and then just start over, because these are in the way. They're very heavy. And a lot of them, I guess, after like years and years of use, just kind of don't hold their shape very well anymore. And they end up like flopping over, and there's just really nothing that you can do about them. So I'm going to figure something out with that. This will absolutely be done on the next episode there. I'm going to get these emptied out and put on the shelf over there. I've just got to wait to get the bigger, like taller section shelf along the black part of that wall over there. There's going to be a pretty good gap so that we can fit jesters and bigger stuff over there. And then I think the last thing that I have to talk about is I was going through some boxes and I found some more framed guar items. I don't know how these got placed in the boxes that they got placed in, but there they are. I do have spots for them, so I just need to throw those up. Here's another one. Here's another one. I was going to put these up today, but I can't find any nails, and I don't really think that it's worth it to use a drill and screws to hang these smaller, lightweight framed items. So next episode, those will all be up, and I should be able to give you guys a nice, decent sanctuary overview. And right now, I mean, it's looking pretty good. I don't have like the mood lighting on, but come on, dude, look at that. This is so sick. I don't even hate shooting on the mini ramp. I really didn't think that I was going to be stoked about that. I really wanted to have like a set built in here, and that is obviously not going to happen for a minute, but I'm okay with it. I like the way this looks. It's easy to pull out of the way when we want to skate, and now that my toe is hurt, I'm not going to be skating for probably a week anyways, and I just thought of something else that I wanted to show you guys. I've had this like Corey Taylor Hard Rock Cafe stand that Josh Everett's built and gave to me at the first Pale Fest, and I finally got the Hard Rock Corey on a nice bust and placed on there, and I think that it looks really cool. It obviously looks better without the work table behind it, but I wasn't going to take the work table down just for this video, and this is also not permanent. I do kind of like the setup. I just think that there's a better way to do it with some other items. I like the clown on the little mini thing here. I like the keg, and I like the Easter Unlimited skull, but I think these two clown guys are going to have to find somewhere else to go, and, you know, we'll figure it out. I don't know. That is pretty much it for this weekly Wednesday update video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it, and now I am going to retire to bed to rest my little toe. I love you guys very much. Thank you for being here, and until next time, we will see you later.